Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, Baharuka Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching of scriptures, among other things. And salutations to all your Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth. Shalom. So basically this video I want to go into that with the Father, nothing is impossible, and by prayer. But also the point is also when you pray to the Father Yahweh by the name to his son Yahushai, and you have to pray and believe, if you believe that it will be so, and if not, if you don't believe, that's nonsense, use. Why should you, for example, let's say your car broke down, you go to a mechanic and you tell him that, I want you to fix my car, but I don't really believe that you are able to fix it. Well, this mechanic will do two things. One, he will send the first thing, he would send you away and tell you to find another mechanic. Or the second thing is that he's gonna how I say that, he's gonna fuck you up. So let's say it's only a small thing that was broken off your car. He's gonna come with a whole list of things that he so-called fixed, and you gotta pay for that. So if you ask something of someone, or let's say someone asks you to fix something or to help a person with something, but on the same moment he asks you to help him, he also would tell you that he doesn't believe that you are able to help him. Would you like to help him? Well, the same is for the Most High. If you don't believe in Yahweh Basham Yahushai and don't believe that Yahweh Basham Yahushai, that nothing is going to be impossible with the Father, then there's no reason for him to help you. For example, let me jump to the book of James. Slakia, I having a call, but it is what it is, It's that season again. Plus I'm also working outside, so yeah. They're gonna get that shit. You know what I'm saying? So let me see, the book of James. Slakia. This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith. There you see it, you have to ask in faith. Otherwise, it ain't no use, man. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavered is like the wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. Yeah, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So if you doubt in the Father, you doubt in the Heavenly Father, of course you're not gonna get anything from the Most High. Slack, yeah. So yeah, let me jump to the book of Matthew chapter 19. And this is a story, you can read it from verse 16 until verse 27, verse 26. But yeah, I'm not going to read it right now, but just basically in a nutshell explain the story. So a rich man, he came to Yahushai and asked Yahushai what he had to do to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. So Yahushai told him, like, okay, keep the commandments, honor your father and your mother. And that man said he was doing all those things. Then Yahushai, because don't forget, Yahushai, you already saw his spirit, Yahushai knew who he was. So Yahushai told him, okay, leave everything that you got and follow me. And then the man, he walked away with his head down. Why? Because he possessed many things. He was a rich man. He was a very rich man, but he couldn't. I said it. He was so attached to the things that he had, so he couldn't do that. So the disciples were amazed when they, they saw this happening. They were amazed, and they asked him. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 26. But let me see, verse 25. Let me start from verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So a needle is a small door, a small entrance at the in a big gate from a city. You know, back in the days, how they used to build those cities. You had the big gate, and they would close at night. Later at time, they would close the big gate of the city, and people were only able to use the smaller gate. You know, in order for looters and stuff to keep them outside. And what they used to do back then, they put a camel to his on his knees and let him basically crawl through there. Slack, yeah, and it always was going with a lot of the camel protesting basically, but eventually they will manage to get him through. So, well, it would never go easy, and that's why Yahushua gave that example. Like, it is easier for a camel. Let me see. Verse. Verse 24. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter to the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, and that's it. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, Who then can be saved? So they were like, man, this is going to be impossible for people, But Yahweh beheld them and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible. And that's for us. The overlect is a very important thing to keep in your mind, With the Father, everything is possible. And of course, everything is Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah. But everything is possible with the Most High, And that's a very important thing to keep in mind concerning the times that are laying ahead for us, Let me see. And and this also the thing, this story is about Yahushua, he prayed 3 times to his father before it was his time to be crucified, and his father didn't answer him. But that also show you that Yahushua was praying to his father, but in the spirit he already knew, because he was praying to his father, and in spirit he already knew, his father, Yahweh didn't answer. In his spirit he already knew that he had to fulfill this, that was his lot. He had to fulfill it, and basically, that's in the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and I don't know, should I read it? Yeah. Yeah, I can read. So let me start at verse 36. Then cometh Yahushua with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, Sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then said he unto them, My soul is exceedingly sorrowful. Yeah, of course, because he knew the things that were waiting for him, So lucky, man. Then said he unto them, My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and wait with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou will. Yeah, like the prayer, thy will shall be done in heaven and on earth. Verse 40. And he cometh unto the disciples, and finding them asleep, and said unto Peter, What? Could ye not watch with me 1 hour? So the disciples, they fell asleep, and that happened every time when he went to pray to his father, Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And those things happening for real, Sometimes you want to do a lot of stuff, you want to read, you want to make a video, whatever, then the sleep just hit you, He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. And his father didn't answer him again. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to his disciples and said unto them, Sleep on now and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise and let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doeth betray me. So then you're gonna get the whole story. You know how Judas betrayed Yahushua and all that. You know, eventually he had to go on the cross. How he been ridiculed. How they beaten him up. You know, he didn't even look human. You know, when they were done with him. And you know, so and like you could see, you know, Yahushua, of course, the spirit was heavy because you gotta imagine if you know what's coming for you, you have to go to that, you know, because he has to die on the cross and then be coming back to life again. You know, this is horrible. You know, so of course it's not more than logic that his spirit was heavy. You know, but yeah, he knew that he had to do it. Of course, he prayed to his father, but he knew that he had to go through it. You know, and let me jump real quick to the book of Matthew chapter 5, because there it shows you that Yahushua that he came to fulfill, you know. And those are his own words. This is the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one title shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. So, you know, let me read from the top again. This is the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. These are the words of Yahushua. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass. Yeah, that goes concerning the law. But basically, it's about verse 17. He made it clear, you know, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. So he had to fulfill his part. He had to go through all this humiliation and all this, all these wicked things that the people would do against him, you know. And this is the book of Matthew chapter 14. And there was another day when Yahushua was being followed by a multitude, you know, he was preaching. And this is, let me start verse 15. And when it was evening, his disciples came unto him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away that they may go into the village. So the disciples were like, okay, it's enough, you know, let's send them back. So let me see. Verse 16. Let me read 15 again. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place. So Yahushua went in the ship, and he arrived at the desert, and you know, there were a lot of people there. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals. So the disciples were like, send the people away and let them, you know, take care of their own food, you know. But Yahushua said unto them, They need not depart. Give ye them to eat. So Yahushua is like, no, they don't have to go. I'm going to feed them. You know, that's where the faith kicks in. And they said unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. So they had 5 pieces of bread, 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And that equals 7. And 7 is a spiritual number, you know. It also stands for completion, you know. He said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to the heavens, he blessed and brake. So he prayed to his father and started breaking the bread and the fishes, you know. He blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude, and they did all eat. So everybody had something to eat and were filled. And they took up of the fragments that remain is 12 baskets full. So there even were 12 baskets full leftovers. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. So there were 5,000 men that Yahushua fed, and there were women and children also, plus. So, and that shows you, he looked upward to the heaven and he blessed, he blessed. And then, he could perform his miracle to the Spirit by the power of his Father, his Father Yahweh. And that's very important, this is very important to keep in mind, because a horrible time is about to come on earth, Keep the faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that he will get you through everything that lays ahead for us, So yeah, I just want to do a short video concerning the faith and I say that the power of prayer, because that's it, the power of prayer. It's a lot of power. That's our spiritual power for now, the prayer. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Sham Yahushai, Ba'Sham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of great millstones, and salutations to all your Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.